Good evening, people. Welcome back to Cruising on Crypto. I am Craig. So, if you didn't get to see my last episode where I talked about why Planet Finance is, in my opinion, the best yield aggregating site or AMM or swap site, whatever you want to call it, I've researched a lot. I've been farming on a lot of different sites, and it is by far the best. I don't want to rehash too much of that because this video could get really long if I start going back over all the points from the last episode. I'll put a link to it up above. I'll also put it in the description. It's kind of a must-see that one first before you watch this one, because this is going to talk as if you've already been convinced to yield farm, to stake, and maybe to use Planet Finance. So definitely go back and check that out first. In this episode, I'm going to talk about why do you want to yield farm? Why do you want to stake? What's the benefit to it and whatnot? Then why would you pick a site on Binance Smart Chain versus Ethereum or Matic, Polygon Network, or Solana or whatever? The next thing we're going to talk about is why Planet Finance. If you've already narrowed it down to Binance Smart Chain for the reasons I've already mentioned, then of all the choices on Binance Smart Chain, why Planet Finance? Then what wallet should I use? That's going back a little bit. If you're really new to crypto, I just thought I'd touch on that because I use Metamask, and I'm going to talk about why I think that one is the easiest, simplest choice, and it's got the broadest range of sites you can use it with. And then we're going to get into actual Planet Finance. I'm going to show you some actual transactions, just some basic stuff for now, nothing too sophisticated, so you should be able to follow along even if you're completely new. So let's get to it. I don't want this video to go on for too long because I know people don't want to watch hour-long videos. So first of all, why yield farm? Well, there's two sort of things. There's staking and yield farming. I'm going to call them that in terms of everybody has a different kind of way of talking about things. People call some things pools, some people call things vaults and whatnot. Just to keep it very basic, I'm going to go by the kind of the pancake swap terminology. If you're staking, there's one coin. And sometimes pancake swap will call a one coin thing a pool. And a two coin thing where you marry two coins together is a farm. So I call it yield farming because I do most of mine with two coins matched together. And there's just a little bit of a risk with two coins versus one coin. But the two coin option usually gives you a much higher yield, a much higher APY, as they would say. So we'll talk about that right here. So for example, if you look at the Planet Finance screen, just to show you, if you yield just their Aqua token, you're getting 250%. If you're yielding just Cake, one coin, 143%. These are some other options down here, but these are all farms. So when you see two names together, it's a farm, I call it, a yield farm. So very basics. I don't want to get into too much here. It probably should be a totally different episode. But when you create a liquidity pool token or a farm, you need to have equal dollar values of both coins. So we'll use example of, the big mama jama of this page is the Aqua BNB, making presently 6,290%. I know that seems too good to be true. The reason that number is that high, it used to be about 1,000%, but now it's 6,000%. And that's because the Aqua coin, which is your reward coin, this is when you click on this over here, you're going to see that you collect Aqua. Well, Aqua has gone from under 200 when I started buying it. Maybe 3 or so weeks ago, I was paying $180, $190. And it's now $656.93, which you can see from down here in the bottom left corner. Yeah, it shows up on the screen. So because Aqua has become so much more valuable over the last 3 weeks, your rates of return are huge now, just because you're getting those reward coins that are worth so much more based on your initial investment. So there you go. But long and short, you want the highest rate of return. You're going to probably want to yield farm as opposed to stake. But there is one risk. There's never a reward without a risk. The risk with yield farming is a thing called impermanent loss. So when you get into a yield farm or a liquidity pool token, you have to provide exactly the same dollar value of, in this terms, Aqua coin as your BNB or your Binance coin. So that's fine. So you buy in $1,000 of Aqua coin and $1,000 of Binance coin. You create a liquidity pool token and you put it in the farm. Done. Well, unfortunately, the prices never stay perfectly locked. And the prime example is Aqua shooting to the moon while the rest of the market is kind of going down. Just so you know, I'll pull up a trading view. here's the rest of the market. These are all the big coins. TradingView doesn't show Aqua Coin as one of its options. So I'd love to, if it was on the graph, you'd see one shooting to the moon while the other ones are drifting lower and lower and lower. So don't know when you're going to watch this video. It could be months from now. It'll be a totally different scenario. But right now, the market's been drifting sideways to down. And Aqua, and you can see on CoinGecko here that Aqua, which is tracked on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, is just like 45-degree angle up to the right in the last 14 days. So you can see it's doing very, very well. I think people are coming to the realization of what I talked about last episode, that Planet Finance is by far not only giving you the highest APYs of every other site, but the tokenomics are so good. They're deflationary, they're burning tokens. The original development team didn't take any of the Aqua coins for themselves, which is unheard of. So I mentioned all these reasons in the previous episode, which if you've seen that, you'll already know. But as you can see, things have been going up for Aqua while the rest of the market is going down. And that's what causes this crazy interest rates, which I wouldn't expect to stay like this. If Aqua calms down a bit, if it retraces a bit, these percentages will go down. But hey, when I got in, I was getting 1,000% for Aqua BNB, and I thought that was damn good. So why yield farm? Because you're never going to get these kinds of rates of return for anything in the legacy banking system. You go and put money in the bank, you're going to get what, 1.1%, or maybe if you're lucky 1% if you're a big whale with lots of money. You're not going to get 6,000%. And now you might say anything that's too good to be true is probably a scam. Well, here's the reason that the numbers are so big. You're providing a service. It's not really like you're lending your coins, you're providing a service. You're a liquidity pool provider. So think of yourself as being the bank. Every time somebody goes from one coin to another coin, there's a little gas fee. And we're going to talk about gas fees more in a second on the next topic. But every time that gas fee gets charged to the customer for swapping coins or creating liquidity pools by taking a coin, and you get the point. Every time they do anything, there's a little gas fee. And some of that gas fee goes to the liquidity pool providers. So it's not you're not getting 6,000% interest because that's the interest rate. That's just the rate of return based on how much fees you are getting for being a liquidity pool provider in that exact liquidity pool. Clearly, bigger, more well-established coins have a big, huge pool of people that have already put money into it. So there's less. The gas fees has to be split by so many more people in the liquidity pool. Therefore, when you get ETH Bitcoin pool, again, well-established coins that have been around since the beginning, you're only getting 55%. Even though the reward coin is still Aqua. So that whole, why is it so high, 6,000%? Well, to be honest, look at any other site. Nobody else is paying you 55.32% to put a yield farm together of Ethereum and Bitcoin. The two biggest coins in the world are still paying you 55%. But as you can see, if there's a ton of people providing liquidity, then the amount of gas fees will be split by more people, therefore a lower interest rate. If you're in a smaller pool, like Aqua BNB, Aqua's a brand new AMM, so the coins, there's probably only the people using the service have the Aqua coin, therefore less people providing liquidity, meaning the more fees that are transacted goes to a smaller number of people, which gives you an amazing rate of return. So just think of it that way. You are providing a service and you're getting paid for that service. And every time somebody does a transaction, you're getting paid again and paid again and paid again and paid again. And that's why the returns seem unworldly. So there we go. So that's why you'd want to yield farm or even stake. It's passive income. So let's check that box. Okay, Craig, you've convinced me. I don't want to just own Bitcoin or Cardano or whatever and just hold it in a wallet because I'm not making any rate of return for owning it. Why don't I create a liquidity pool with that token and let people pay me for the service of providing that liquidity pool token? So that's hopefully, checkmark, you understand why you would want to get that passive income, especially when it's life-changing rates of return like 6,000%. Insane. Okay, so now why Binance Smart Chain? So Planet Finance is only on the Binance Smart Chain network right now. Now they are talking about going into other ones. For example, Planet Finance shows you right here on DeFi Llama. It's in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. But look at AnySwap. They're a swapping service that's on almost every ecosystem. Or Beefy Finance, they're on a lot of ecosystems. Right now, the TVL that's been rocketing higher on Planet Finance at 85% more total value locked in the last 7 days. And look at all these other sites. Nobody's even close to that. But it's rocketing up, and it's only on one ecosystem, Binance Smart Chain. Now, people might go, oh, but I've heard of Uniswap, and I've heard of SushiSwap, and I've heard of all these other swaps that are on the Ethereum network. Well, I have never, ever yield farmed on the Ethereum network. And unless they change things with Ethereum 2.0, where the gas fees are so small like Binance Smart Chain, I will never, ever yield farm there. I just hate getting ripped off. Let me just look at the Ethereum gas fees right now. So this is a live site. It shows you the Ethereum gas fees. It's crypto.com/DeFi dashboard. Here's the gas fees right now. So if you want to swap a coin, that's talking about, oh, I have some Ethereum or have whatever coin and I want to swap it for a different coin on one of these swap sites. You're paying $80, $68, $72, $75, $99. Okay, so that's one gas fee for just swapping from one coin to another. Now you want to create a liquidity pool. You want to supply liquidity. You're paying $137, $117, $102. That's insane. In my mind, being so Binance Smart Chain oriented, that is insanity. Let me pull up my spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet guy, one of those guys, where I've was tracking for a while all my transactions on my Metamask. Of every time I swapped Aquacoin, got the reward, I paid 23 cents in this case. Now it's all based on how much BNB coin. It's your gas fees paid from your mask in BNB coin. So you need that Binance coin in your MetaMask. But it always takes a pretty constant 0.00538 BNB coin to claim rewards, which it works out to be 20 cents. 20 cents. We just showed you how on the Ethereum network, it's like $100, or swap at least is like $70. Collecting rewards or anything would be like $70 as well. Then creating a liquidity pool, $137. It just makes no sense. Unless you're dealing with millions of dollars, in which case $137 is a rounding error. But if you're like you and me and you're putting, a few $1,000s in, and every time you want to move it or collect your rewards, which I personally collect my rewards about 4 times a day on everyone. Well, not every farm. My bigger farms, 4 times a day. I collect my rewards, I put them in the auto compound vault. We'll show you that in a second. But if every time I did that, I collected a reward, cost me $102 even, and then I want to put it into another vault and it's costing me $117, I'm not going to make any money. I'm probably going to be losing money, right? So that is the kind of reason I've never used the Ethereum network. I won't ever use the Ethereum network unless their fees come down to similar to Binance. Now, I know there's people that'll say, well, why not Solana, or why not somebody else, Cardano, when they eventually have DeFi projects that are on mass where there's a lot of choices. Well, the problem is I can't find better farms than what's on Binance. These are all the Binance Smart Chain. You can hear on DeFi Llama, you can click whatever you want. Ethereum, of course, the number one's going to be it's not even the number one. Compound, Aave, all these ones are on the Ethereum network. You can pick Phantom, you can pick Polygon. But when I go on Solana, let's list Solana. That's the one that everybody always quotes is going to have the lowest fees. Okay, well, I went onto Sabre and I went onto, what's the other one, Radium. The interest rates were not that good. Nothing as good as what's on the Binance Smart Chain. So even if they're going to say, oh, you're paying 20 cents on Binance Smart Chain, and when you go to Solana, you're going to pay 1 cent. I'm like, yeah, but if I'm making 4 times the interest rate on my Binance Smart Chain farms, saving 8 cents in gas fees or 10 cents in gas fees isn't going to make up the difference, right? So again, Binance is the largest system by far. In volume for sure. Maybe not bigger than Ethereum's in total number of projects, but definitely in volume. PancakeSwap, if I go back to Binance here, PancakeSwap is the largest, and the volume they do every day in swaps, and they only really do swaps. They don't do loans. They don't do NFTs, I don't think. But anyways, the volume going through PancakeSwap dwarfs the biggest ones on Ethereum, all because people think, like I do, I'm not spending $120 per little part of a transaction for gas fees. That's just insanity. I don't even know how Uniswap can have any customers with that kind of gas fee. But let's talk about what wallet to use. So there's lots of wallets. I use Metamask. I've had no problem ever, and I deal with, let's say, Planet Finance, or when I was at ApeSwap, or when I was at any of the ones, I'm constantly collecting rewards and reinvesting them. So you're constantly getting gas fee, and interaction, and you confirm this, you confirm that. So I'm interacting with my Metamask constantly. Never had a glitch, never had a problem, never paid for a fee and then not gotten the service. You hear about that on Ethereum, somebody paying the $120 gas fee, and then the transaction didn't even go through, and they still have the coin that they thought they were swapping, and they paid the gas fee and they don't know why. And that's never happened to me. So my suggestion is MetaMask, just because of my experience. Now, the only thing you have to keep in mind is this. I'll bring this website up so you can read along with me. If you go to medium.com/stakingbits, you can read along. Just Google it, how to switch your MetaMask over to Binance Smart Chain. Because when you first get a MetaMask, it's going to say, how's it worded? Main Ethereum network. That's what's going to be default there. Binance Smart Chain won't be pre-set up. I don't know why MetaMask doesn't just pre-set up Binance, being that they're so large, but it is what it is. So you have to go through this little extra step to create it to be a Binance Smart Chain wallet as well. If you already have a wallet, you can import it, but in this case, let's assume you don't have a wallet. You're going to click the Create Wallet. You're going to see this at the top. The main Ethereum network is going to be the default one. So you're going to need to change that to Binance, and you're going to have to type in this stuff that's written right here on the screen. So let me just walk you through. So you're going to click here. It's going to be the Ethereum one. You're going to come down here to Custom RPC. When you click that, these boxes are going to be there to fill out. You're going to fill in this exact stuff. You're going to name it. This is kind of your own choice. They say name it BSC mainnet, so Binance Smart Chain mainnet. You're going to put in one of these HTTP things. There's a couple of choices here. You're going to put the chain as 56, and you're going to say the BNB, the symbol for the coin that is the gas fee is BNB for Binance coin. And then Binance Smart Chain scan, so when you want to look at your transactions later, you can put that in. So you're going to fill that in these boxes like it shows right here. And once you're done that, you click save, and voila, you're done. Then you're like this. So it just looks like mine does, where it's going to say Binance Smart Chain, because it's always going to default to the last one you were in. If I ever chose to go back to the Ethereum network, I would click Ethereum, but I don't want to be on Ethereum. So I'm going to click back to Binance Smart Chain, and there you go. So now that was quick and simple. Use MetaMask, my suggestion. Never has any glitches. You can switch chains. I actually have Polygon on here too. I switched over. I did the same steps to create the Polygon network. Not that I'm yield farming over there, but if I ever do in the future, I've got it set up. I would love to do Solana. If Radium and Saber and all those ever get good enough yields that compete with what I'm doing now, I'd love to pay one penny gas fee instead of 25 or whatever I'm paying on Binance, if the percentages were better. But for some reason, Solana only has their own wallets, just being different, I guess. So Solana doesn't show up as an option for MetaMask as of now. So there we go. That's the wallet. Let's go on to the process on Planet Finance. Okay, so here we are on Planet Finance. Now, Planet Finance, I did mention this in the previous episode. It's like each one of their planets is a different website. So when you connect a wallet on the blue planet and then you switch to the red planet, you're going to need to connect your wallet again. It doesn't cost you anything to connect your wallet. It's just an extra step. Same thing when you go to the yellow planet, it's not going to be connected by default. You're going to have to connect. Once it is connected to each one of these, it should be that if you refresh the screen or shut your computer down and come back, I think it should still be connected. But anyways, when you get a planet, we're going to use red for now, it's going to look like this. It's going to say connect wallet. So you're going to hit connect. It's going to ask you which wallet you want to have. Of course, these are the choices. So I highly suggest MetaMask. You click MetaMask and there you go. You're connected. Didn't cost you anything. Makes the screen refresh, which means all the interest rates and your rewards. Now, this is a brand new wallet I created just for test purposes. It's only got half a BNB in there just to play around with a little bit of money. But this is what I'm going to show you. When it is loaded, if you had some of these farms, you're going to see your rewards ticking up right here. So you can see how much aqua you have in dollar value, and underneath it in the smaller number. Oh, I should make myself smaller. There you go. Then you're going to see the number of aqua you have. Also up here, it's going to show you the total value of the balance you have on Planet Finance in all of the planets. Here in total dollar value, it's going to show you here how much aqua you have. it's going to factor in every one of these. If you're in the auto compound aqua only staking pool, it'll show you, of course, those numbers. But anything that's also Planet Finance Aqua's got involved in any of these also gives you credit here. And why does that matter? Well, that number of aqua is soon going to give you 50 gamma coins. That's their new reward coin that they're coming out with. I know this might be confusing if you didn't watch the last episode, but this aqua balance is very important because when the snapshot comes out, for every aqua coin, you're going to get 50 gamma coins airdropped into your wallet. So that's why it doesn't matter if you're in a yield farm or if you're in the auto compound staking pool, all of your aqua will count. Or if you just have aqua sitting in your wallet, not even doing anything, which is stupid. But if you did happen to have a whole whack of aqua coin just sitting in your Metamask wallet, you'll get credit for that as well. So there we go. Let's do a little transaction here. So first thing you would do, you connected your wallet, you're on Planet Finance. Let's say you're okay being on the red planet. Again, just to reiterate from last time, the blue planet is stable coin. So if you want to yield farm like BUSD or USDC or any of those, that's the blue planet. The very alternative fringy coins are on the Uranus planet. You can see what they actually call it on the website, but in their documents they call it Uranus. And again, if you want to read about the different planets and what they're there for, what the future is, talking about the green planet, what it's going to look like, supposedly it's already done. They're just testing it, making sure, and they're going to release it very soon. So get on it. If you want to get in aqua, get in now, because once this planet is ready, they're going to do that airdrop of the gamma coins, which is the reward coin that you're going to use in the lending and borrowing side of green planet. The next planet after that is the NFT planet, the pink planet. And finally, they don't have a screenshot because they haven't done it yet. There's eventually going to be a purple planet, which is going to be insurance protocols for your crypto. So as you can see, Planet Finance is not just a swapping site. It's not just a yield aggregator. It's NFTs, it's insurance, it's everything is coming. So there you go. So back to this. So you've got it all set up. You now just want to, let's do the most simple thing. You want to buy aqua. So as I mentioned, your BNB coin is what's going to be the gas fee that's going to come out of your MetaMask wallet. So my suggestion, if you're starting out, is just put all your BNB into MetaMask, and then you can come here. And if you just want to buy some aqua and go in that auto compound pool at whatever it was, 275% interest, then you would just do this. You'd go 0.001. Let's do that. 0.001 Binance coin I want to pay to get, and it'll tell you how much you're getting in aqua coin. Since I'm doing such a small amount, I'm not even affecting the price of the aqua coin. Now, if I was going to bring in $100,000 and try and buy aqua, because I'm taking coins out of the pool, a sizable amount of coins, it will shift the price of aqua a little. It'll tell you right here that your thing's going to affect it, 0.02% or whatever, based on how much money you've got in there. So you hit swap. It's going to say confirm. And then you're going to get your estimated gas fee, $11.39. Now, I've always found no matter what they estimate the gas fee is, it's going to be less than that. So you say confirm, and it says transaction submitted. And as you're going to see in live terms, I can close this. There's going to be something pops up that says done. There we go. You saw that little thing pop up quickly. Transaction confirmed. So now you're going to see I have 0.00052 aqua coins. That shows you your real life balance right here. And as we were talking about gas fees, so you can go to your activity here and you can see right here, so I swapped, it says ETH. I don't know, MetaMask is so ETH focused that their typing even says you swapped ETH for another token, which you didn't swap ETH, you swapped to Binance coin, and your gas fee, my gas fee was kind of high, $16.31. Funny for right when I'm doing the video talking about how gas fees aren't that high. So that cost me 56 cents. Okay. Well, I should have bought more aqua at the time. It is what it is. Let's go back here. It's the only thing I have. Oh my goodness. I should have bought more. I have 34 cents worth of aqua. I'm going to buy more. I'm going to buy more aqua so that the gas fee isn't more than the value. Let's try this again. I'm going to buy aqua. I'm going to use 0.1 BNB. Swap. Confirm swap. Confirm MetaMask. transaction completed, smiley face. Now close that, wait for this little thing up here to say transaction complete, which is usually like less than 10 seconds. There we go, popped up. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to look at what the gas fee for that one was. Oh, I just realized it now. Okay, so this BNB, because I was paying BNB for the coin, this total here is actually the cost of how much BNB I gave plus the gas fee. Okay, so I just did 0.1 BNB. I used 0.1 to buy it, and the so I paid 0.00556. Whew, I thought, whoa, gas fees just got a little crazy there at 56 cents. No, so let's go back to my spreadsheet. So I paid 0.001 BNB, so my actual gas fee for that last one was 0.00631. So there we go, it was 22 cents, and my last one was, the last transaction was 18 cents. The first one was 22 cents, the last one was 18 cents. So yeah, that just caught me off guard there to see, because I bought such a small amount, I forgot that this price here, the 1631, actually included the 0.001 Binance I was actually using. So problem solved. Now going back into the base, so now I actually have I've got $34 worth of Aqua. Now I want to approve it to go into the auto compound pool, because we're not doing a liquidity pool token right now. We're just doing simple one coin staking. So as you can see, I just hit max. Everything I own comes over here with all the extra digits behind it. So I own more than what it showed here. This is rounded off. I hit approve. It's going to, first time you ever use a coin, Metamask makes you approve it. It says it's going to cost you 11 cents to approve it. That's just approving the authority to move the coin. That only happens once. It says 11 cents. It's going to end up being like 8 cents, because the gas fee they estimate is always higher than the real amount. So I have to wait for that. And now it's going to ask me if I want to confirm it. Now again, it's quoting me 0.002646 Binance coin and gas fees. I'm going to agree to it. And let's just check the actual gas fee that MetaMask does cost me. I don't know why the estimated gas fee is higher. I guess it's like under promise, over deliver type thing, that if they tell you a gas fee and it ends up being less, you'll only be happy. But if they quoted you a gas fee and it ended up being more, then you'd be disappointed. So there you go. So now in my wallet, I have 0 Aqua, but over here in my staked pool, I have that $34.41 in Aqua. And right now it's making a 0.34% every 24 hours, but it auto compounds that. You don't have to do anything, just does it on its own. Some of the farms down below, you have to take the rewards and manually decide if you want to auto compound it. It does it for you, so it's very simple. So you are legitimately getting this 250.67% for just staking one coin. There's no impermanent loss risk. There's nothing. It's just if you think Aqua Coin's going up, or if you're trying to maximize the number of Aqua Coins you have before the snapshot where Gamma's going to be given to you for free, this might be the pool you want to be in. But I'm curious now to go back and check the gas fee. Let's go to the activity. So I deposited that. Yeah, so depositing for some reason into a liquidity pool, or in this case, just a staked pool, is a little more gas fee than normal swapping. So let's go to my old spreadsheet again. And when you put in the 1539 with the $341 BNB coin, you paid 52 cents for that. So yeah, if you want to say worst case scenario, the two-step transaction of swapping the coin and then depositing it in the pool is going to cost you under $1. So keep that in mind. So that's why talking about the gas fees being so important, because my rule of thumb was, now my numbers have gotten a lot bigger. I'm not trying to boast, but when I was smaller, I used to say I will only grab the rewards and move it to another farm when I had $20. I factored in, okay, it's going to cost me, let's say round it up to $1 in fees total for the multiple steps that are involved in doing it. The collecting the reward is a fee, and then the depositing is a fee. And again, if it's the first time, you might get even a little approval fee the first time. So I would say worst case scenario, $1. So if you've got $20 that's just sitting there not making any interest, and that's what happens when you get these rewards. So let's go down to BNB here. I'll do another episode where we'll talk more about liquidity pools. I don't want this video to go on too long. But when you collect the things here, you get the fee. If you factor in $1 to take it, including the redepositing it somewhere, if it's $20, then you're losing what, 5%. Now, granted, if you wait till it's $100, it'll be less, and if $1,000, it would be less. The problem is, if you leave it there too long, waiting for it to get big so that the percentage of the gas fee is smaller and smaller, you're losing out on that compounding time, because this 0.34% per 24 hours, or this one 1.15% every 24 hours, is not once every 24 hours it pays you that. It's paying that every minute. Like, it's giving you a tiny fraction every few minutes. So if you sit for an extra day or 2 days or 3 days waiting for it to get to be, let's say, $100 before you move it, you lost 3 or 4 days of compounding, which is valuable. So the ones that don't auto compound, like the farms, let's close this one. This one's the only auto compound. We got Binance, BUSD, BNB, BUSD, AquaCake, all these ones. They're showing you a percent here that's assuming you take the rewards out and reinvest it into the pool once a day. And like I said earlier, since this is 6,450%, I'm getting so much money coming in so quickly that I'm actually auto compounding 4 or 5 times a day, and not at $20, more than that. So yeah, I want to get my money over into the auto compound pool or whichever farm I'm going in as quickly as possible. So generally, I wake up in the morning, there's a bunch of money waiting there. I go to work. At lunch, I might check. There's a bunch of money waiting there, move it. Come home from work, there's a bunch of money there, move it. So again, you get my point. Before bed, move it. So 4 or 5 times a day, and it's been very lucrative. So very, very happy. So I'm going to cut it right there. We're going to talk about farming, liquidity pools, maybe a little bit more about impermanent loss in the next episode. Also, I want to I'll just give you a little foreshadow of a very important feature called transform. This is the only site I've ever seen this. I'm just going to give you a taste now so you know what's coming in the next one. So let's say I want to get into, let's go back. Let's say I want to get into this 6,000 something percent farm. The old-fashioned way of doing it is you have to go to the swap portion that we showed you back here, and you got to swap BNB for Aqua. And you got to sit there with a calculator and go, okay, I have total of $400, but let's say I have $402. So you're going to get a little money there for gas fees. But you're going to say, I'm going to take $400 of my BNB, and I'm going to split half of it in Aqua, and half of it I'm going to leave as BNB so that I can get into the Aqua BNB pool. So you would then swap to Aqua, then leave the BNB there. Then you would go over into the liquidity portion here, and you'd say, add liquidity, and then you'd have to put half the BNB and half the Aqua and create a liquidity pool token, and then take the liquidity pool token, come back over here to the base, go into this. It would now show up here as a liquidity pool token. You'd say deposit it. It'll ask you again. There's like 4 or 5 steps. Very not difficult, but just kind of a pain. And each time you're getting a little gas fee, and it is what it is. Transform, they have done it all in one step. So you don't need to do the math. You don't need to. I've had times where I've done it with 2 coins and not one of them is BNB. Let's say Aqua and something else, or Cardano and something else. And you're trying to figure out the exact 50-50 amount. But while you're doing all these things, the prices keep changing. So sometimes you thought you did 50-50, and then you end up with a little bit of ADA Cardano coins still left over in your wallet, because when you made the liquidity pool token, it takes exactly 50% of each. And so you accidentally had a few too many coins that just sit in your wallet, and it's too small of a dollar value to do anything with. You get stuck with like $3 worth of Cardano just sitting in your Metamask wallet, and you're like, damn, what am I going to do with $3 worth of Cardano? It's not worth trying to yield farm it. So this transform is a godsend. So you got your BNB, you just say, okay, I want to create this liquidity pool token. It shows you right here. Let's do it right now. So you go, I'm going to say max. I don't want to do max. Woof, no. 0.01. 0.1. All right, so there you go. So you've decided to say 0.1 of my BNB I want to turn into this liquidity pool. One step. It's going to get you this much Aqua and this much BUSD, and it's going to end up with this much of the Aqua BNB liquidity pool token. It tells you all of it right then and there. So again, let's go over that in more detail in the next episode. But hopefully you found this episode kind of like basic, informative of why you'd want to yield farm, why you might want to use Metamask because it's very simple and it can work on more than one blockchain, why you definitely want to use Planet Finance because go research it for yourself. Read the docs, read it all. You're going to be super impressed. Again, go watch the last episode if you don't want to read all the docs because I kind of go through it there. So hopefully you found this informative. If so, show the channel some love by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about staking, yield farming, and all that stuff in future episodes. Hit the bell notification so you know as soon as a new episode comes out because it might be time sensitive, especially with the Gamma Coin thing about to drop. And until next time, this is Craig signing off, wishing you happiness, health, and wealth. Ciao for now.